What's good, everybody? How's it going, man? It's been a minute. I was thinking to myself the other day when I was at Walmart, and it might be just like the old age in me, but man, I got so frustrated. So there I am going into Walmart, and I'm picking what I want. Got some snacks, got just some random stuff I needed. And then I get to pay, and for some reason everybody was there at the same time. So there was a line. Everybody was doing their groceries, and I looked and I see the Walmart kid just staring at us. I see the big the video camera staring at us, and I'm thinking to myself, my blood pressure just rose to the top, and I'm like, oh, I was so upset because here we are, getting our stuff, waiting in line, and then having to do our own groceries. Beep, put it in the bag. Beep, put it in the bag. And the guys are just staring at you. Like everybody, the Walmart customers are just staring at you. That just hurt the shit out of me. I was so upset. And I'm sitting there thinking, man, like, we have to put our own bag. We got to scan it. We have to pay more. You know what I mean? To me, honestly, I think that is like the worst idea ever, is for us to have to bag and scan our own shit to go to Walmart. I mean, you might as well pay us too, right? So I got a little frustrated there. I guess that's just the old age that I am. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you guys like it, I don't know. But I just cannot stand, especially, sitting there and an employee just staring at me while I'm clicking the thing. I was like, man, if you're that upset, not that upset, but if you're so interested in, making sure I'm not trying to steal, then you should do it yourself. Do the job that you were supposed to do for the beginning. So that frustrated me. I was just done. I was just mad. I don't know. If anybody else feels that way, let me know, because that ticked me off. That really did. That definitely ticked me off. So I don't know. That shit was just crazy. I got I don't know. Sometimes these ideas that people think of, man, just people don't want to work. I think that's just me. I don't know. But you should pay us for doing that. And then they want to ask you for your receipt. What? You staring at me? You got the video camera all up on me, and then you want to ask me for my receipt? It's just annoying to me. For real. Maybe my old age, but I don't know. So that's enough about that. Another thing I want to talk about is Canelo. I mean, let everybody know, Canelo, how you feel. I don't know if you guys heard about him saying that, how do you feel about Ryan Garcia being the next Mexican fighter? And he goes, he's not Mexican. I said, what? He's not Mexican. He's from over there. He's a Mexican American. And to me, I totally agree. I totally agree with what he says. To me, it's been probably 3 generations since my family came from Mexico, and we came legally. There were no borders when my great grandparents came here. So, I was just sitting there telling everybody, like, see, and it's not just him. That's every Mexican over there on the border. They don't think of us as the same, and we over here in the United States are like, oh, we're so Mexican, we're so proud, but they're not proud of us. They make names from us, Pochos and all this other stuff, gringos and things like that. So I think what he did was was good. I'm glad he did it. I'm glad he said it. He's letting you know that, hey, you know what, we are different, totally different. That's why we were Mexican American. And a lot of things that we consider being Mexican, like the fruit stuff that we do here. All the fruit places. You give Mexico a lot of credit, but you know what? Like they had the corn, and they put the what do you call it? The mayo and the chili powder and all that stuff, right? They did that. But then what happened? What did we do? When the Americans got it, what did we do? We cut it, put it in a cup, and then we did all sorts of stuff. We get sandia, watermelon, We put it in there, and then what do? We Americanized it by doing what? Putting a fruit roll up over it, and then putting chile. So you know what I mean? You give Mexico all this credit, but man, Mexican Americans are the ones that are bringing these ideas out there. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know, when you be proud of where you're from. You know what I mean? Like, but when it comes to it, we're Mexican American. We're American first. That's just my opinion on that. If anybody else has an opinion on that, let me know. Let me know in the comments and just tell me how you feel about that. Because to me, honestly, I have no problem with what he said. If you're from Mexico, I got a buddy of mine who told me the other day. I said, "Hey, what do you think about Canelo?" He goes, "It's true." And he's from Mexico. He was born in Mexico, and he goes, "It's true. You're not Mexican." And I was like, "Yeah, I agree." You know what I mean? You're Mexican American, but you're not Mexico. You're not from Mexico. So I don't know. I just thought that was. I think that Canelo said what he needed to say, and he said it, and no problems with it at all. And we shouldn't have any problem with it either. So other than that, I'm done. Just had to yap a little bit, get some stuff off my mind. So be distinguished, stay distinguished, learn something, don't get in trouble. All right, y'all. Later.